it was just weird, man. You know, like they congratulations to them. They have a great show, but they know what they did to me. This isn't a secret.
Right.
You could hook me up to a lie detector, and but it was just what it spun into. I had things lined up. I was supposed to be on a few shows. I was, you know, Sports Illustrated. I said this to Gil. They sent some people out to my house, did all this filming and different things. They were supposed to make this big blow-up article on me, and they just basically, they told me on the phone, hey, we're trashing it, you know? It's all TNT stuff, and, you know, I had a few sponsorships lined up, and my manager ditched me. Everybody just threw me to the wolves, man. And the other thing I said was, this is 5 years ago. And they, now, I think because of the way I spoke up for myself afterwards, they didn't like that, and they just keep reposting it and giving it to other people and reusing it and acting. People think that it just happened. It was 5 years ago. Since then, I've done all this stuff. I've won all these competitions. You know, I'm sure you guys don't even know. You know, this is the second time I've won $100,000 in a competition.
Oh, so this ain't even a lot of bread. Okay.
I mean, I beat a bunch of. The other one was 110 guys. It was all people, ex-college, ex-pros that I took down. Single elimination. You know, it's like, you know, I set 7 world records since then. I mean, I'm not bragging, but it's just like.
You should. Hey, talk your shit.
You should.
Talk your shit. You should.
It ain't about that. Because even now that I won this, I don't have any shit to talk, man. I won it. I think my shooting spoke for itself. And you know what, man? If next time I go to compete or do something, I still got to back it up. So there's nothing for me to say. That's just not how I am. You know, I'm glad I won. Anybody can have a good day. Anybody can have a bad day. Anybody can have a good round. Anybody can have a bad round. You know, I just didn't like the whole, how everybody just took this TNT thing and ran with it. Like right now, why are we talking about it? Who gives a f***? I mean, it was 5 years ago. It was bullshit. They set me up. It was in a studio. It wasn't even a court. It was just bizarre, and it's just, hopefully this helps to just put it to rest.
I will.
And I just want them, like, to me, it's like, what they did to me was wrong, and they know it. And I don't really have anything bad to say about them. They just basically played me, and that's it.
You know what it really was? It's more of the competition of ex-players, right? Yeah. How we compete all day, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're bringing a guest on and you're bringing someone in to show his talent, you're supposed to make them look.
Exactly.
Like, you're bringing them in to make them look better in front of the world, not to embarrass them.
Yep.
So, you know, even when I seen the clip, which was 2 weeks ago, I thought it just happened, right?
Exactly.
So I'm like...
Because they keep reposting it as it, and they keep changing the caption and putting words into my mouth. They keep saying that I said I'm the best shooter. I didn't say shit like that. I was really nice, and that's the whole thing. Like you're saying, that's exactly how my wife and I felt. Aren't we here for something that I achieved? And it was like, it was more so the stuff that, what they did on camera was what it was, but a lot of it was the stuff off camera. It was like, you know, like, not one of them even said, hey man, great job, or nothing, you know, like, hey, congratulations. It was never anything like, were they mean? No, but it was just weird, man. It was like, you know, and it was like, we got the impression too, her and I, when we talked, it was like Ernie was off to the side. He was real cool, but it was like, he was almost like a dude that was like like a kid on a playground watching another guy get bullied and just kind of standing by like, hey, you know, he didn't say nothing, but you know, that's kind of how the whole thing was. And like, what was I supposed to say? You know, like, okay, you know, like what the hell, you know?
I'm glad you stood on business, because that's what I do on a regular basis, and I've been shunned for it a whole lot. So I'm empathetic to you, and I'm glad that you be able to speak your shit, right?
Yeah, I am.
Address it, right? Walk away from it and say, look, we've been over this shit, but look, it was fucked up what you guys did, and I don't appreciate it. But at the same time, you go on and you win 200, 300,000 in the last 5 years. So, I mean, I applaud you. Like, you were a hero to a lot of people, bro. And it's like, when you stand on what you mean and you speak up for yourself, some people don't like that shit. And that's what drives people to push you away, because it's like, who do you think you are to speak up for yourself?